What's up, folks? Logan here. Today we're going over one of the most crucial aspects of a good drum roll, and that is connecting the bounces from one hand to the next. Now, you've obviously been practicing the 4 iterations every day. That's from the last video. If not, go check that out. But because you've been practicing that, you now have amazing bounces on each hand. Fantastic. But you can have the greatest and most consistent bounces ever, but if your transition between your hands isn't good, then your roll is still gonna suck. Even speed ain't gonna fix it. This can happen because your bounces are not extending all the way to the start of the other hand. Basically, the bounces aren't lasting long enough. Again, even with speed, it's not going to be great. This can also mean that you're lifting off the drum before all the bounces are done. Again, even speed isn't going to fix it. Today's exercise is going to help you connect your bounces from hand to hand. Take your time with it, be patient, and we're still not worrying about a metronome quite yet. The exercise. Start with a nice open bounce in your right hand. Make sure your bounces last a while. And if you've been doing the 4 iterations, your bounces will at least be better than they were before. Now, you're going to add a tap in the left hand. The key here is connecting the bounce to the tap. If your buzzer bounce is still fairly short, that's fine for now. You can kind of cheat by tapping sooner. Short bounces, not amazing, but you're connecting, and that's the whole purpose of this exercise. Repeat, repeat, repeat. As you go through this, try to extend the bounces as long as possible and wait for the tap. But do not wait so long that there's a gap in between the bounces and the tap. I'd suggest keeping the bouncing hand down as the other hand taps. This will guarantee an overlap and is training you not to lift too soon. Still down. Now I can lift. Still down. Now I can lift. Okay? For single strokes, yes, it's a throwdown and immediate rebound off of the drum head. Get the gist of it. I'm up for quite a while, down for like 10%, up for 90% while I'm waiting. Even as you speed this up, it still maxes out at 50% basically. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. For bounces though, like for concert rolls, you'll spend about 60 to 70% down, 30 to 40% up. Staying on the head as long as I can, quick lift, re-attacking. Back to the exercise. Bounce, tap, bounce, tap. You'll slowly speed this up over time as well. Make sure your grip is decent as you're going through this too. Again, reference the previous video for a very quick grip tutorial. Thumb and index acting as that pivot point here, then the middle finger tucking in here, acting as a spring, controlling how much it bounces off the head. Now, left hand, straight up, straight down. On the tap hand, we're just using our wrist for the single note here, but if you're using some arm, not a big deal. Again, the main focus is connecting the bounce hand to the tap hand. Again, slowly speed this up over time. Now, we're going to start incorporating a metronome. Slow at first, 100 beats per minute or so. If you need to start a little faster because your bounces don't last long enough, that's fine. Figure out what a good starting tempo is for you, 120, 140, whatever, and repeat this for at least 30 seconds. Okay, this is 100 BPM. Great, that's right hand, 30 seconds or so. Left hand. Connection isn't too bad. I'm gonna bump it up slightly. Here's 120 here. Left hand. Okay, gonna bump it up again. Here's 160. Left hand. Okay, 200. Woo! Left hand. All right, last one for now. 240. Left hand. Woo, buddy. All right, we're now at about half tempo, okay? At least of what I would recommend for an ideal roll speed. Continue this exercise at least once a day. Try to push your tempo each day on this. If today you max out at 130, tomorrow try to get to 140 or 135 or even 131. Any bump in tempo is a move in the right direction as long as you're still connecting the bounce to the tap. Continue with this exercise until you hit 480 BPM or 8th notes at 240 or 16th notes at 120. Depending on where you are in your roll development, this may take a day or a month or a year. But to get to an amazing final product, make sure you're building a really solid foundation. If you're building a house, you wouldn't start adding walls and a roof and more stories if the foundation is not solid, if your floor is crooked and unstable. Would not recommend. So don't worry about getting this up to tempo as fast as possible. Focus first on great bounces, first exercise, first video, and then on connecting your hands, bounce to tap, this exercise, this video, then, spoiler alert, bounce to bounce. Happy practicing, do what you know is right, and I'll see you in the next one.